Hey, how you doing? This is Kareem from Keeping It Real with Lefty, and we have another artist spotlight. We have a artist that has some significant music in the marketplace, doing significant things in the marketplace, and I would like to let him tell you who he is. Who do we have with us today?
I'm WallsWontFall, man. I'm happy you got me on here, man. Kareem is I've been just good been working with you, man. And Walls Won't Fall, WallsWontFall on all platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram. You can get me on all platforms, Facebook, everywhere, Twitter.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Walls won't fall.
Yes, sir.
Have to ask the meaning behind the name and what made you come up with the name.
So my last name is Walls. It came up when I was younger. Um, I'm Jake Walls, so Walls Won't Fall was something that I kind of just threw together on my Instagram,
Okay.
and it kind of just stuck. So I stuck with it, and Walls Won't Fall. Like, I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna let nothing stop me.
Perfect, perfect. And it's a very unique name as well. Um, Not a lot of people would name their stage name a rap name, Walls Won't Fall, but it also has the meaning behind it. If a wall is sturdy enough, it won't fall. Meaning, if you have your drive and the determination and your want um, strong enough, you won't fail. I mean, that's what I got from it. Was that
Definitely.
somewhere along the lines when you were?
Definitely, yeah, you hit it spot on, man. Exactly. Yep, that's exactly what it rolls with. It's just something I put together, and yeah, it is something that's a little different. It's three words, right, and it's all together, so it's something very unique, and then it has a good meaning behind it too, and it relates directly to me. My last name's Walls, so
Okay, okay. Um, did you come up creating music, or is music something that you got into as you got older?
music for me, I had always loved it, and I think around 12 is where I started really trying to like freestyle and write. And around 15 is where I really like got a little more serious with the freestyle and writing. And ever since then, man, that's been it. I think around that 12 mark is where I started really working on it. But I've loved music my whole life, and I just growing up on rap and hip hop, it drove me to love it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I can understand that. I can understand the love for it, and the art of creating something out of nothing is always going to be something that is fascinating to all humans, whether it be creating a meal from scratch or any type of entertainment from scratch or even
All
an
right, yeah,
idea.
I agree.
You so with you and also with me at a time in my life, creating music from scratch when you wake up and not have anything, and then however long you have a whole song that people are singing along to, and a whole song that people are creating dances to, and people are vibing to, and you think, this morning I didn't have anything. You know, it's just a powerful concept in itself. You know, and I think
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's part of what drives me for sure is like you know people being able to relate to my music, people being able to sing along with me and feel the words, and it means something to them. So yeah, that,
mhm,
that that's part of what drove me to music. It, which kind of hooked me is like when I was young, I would hear music that I could relate to when I was growing up. Like a bunch of different people. I could name a few, um, and they helped me feel like I wasn't alone. You know what I mean? And what I'm
yeah.
going through in my life. So that's part of what really drives me too.
hmm what part of the United States do you reside, or do you rep?
I'm in Michigan, so Metro Detroit area.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, how's life in Detroit in today's time
Uh,
versus
so
20 years ago?
so I'm in the Metro Detroit area. I don't live right in the city. Um, I grew up a few miles from it, about 3 miles away from Telegraph, and that's just the west side. But I've been up and down. I lived on the east side for a little bit. Um, it depends where you're at. It definitely depends where you're at. I mean, I love the city. There's a lot of fun to be had, but if you're not peeking over your shoulder and you're not watching your back, you could definitely, something could happen to you. There's lots of people's lives that have been lost in Detroit, and it's not necessarily the safest place. But it depends on who you're with and what you're doing. If you're looking for trouble, you're gonna find trouble. That's with everywhere else, man. But I live in the Metro Detroit area. It's not the same as Detroit. It's more suburban, but I would say, it wasn't like it was just roses for me growing up necessarily.
Yeah,
But
I remember I went to Detroit for a conference, um, and I remember getting on that. I don't know. It's a train that takes you to the convention center, and it comes inside of the convention center, and it takes you out the convention center. And
you're talking about the People Mover?
I don't know what the name of it was. It was
Yeah, it
so
might
long.
it might be it might that might be what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember it dropped me off at like a casino or something, and we went into this like little deli, and they had like some of the best
Dude,
sandwiches.
downtown is fun. Super fun, man. Downtown is super fun. Casinos, MGM Casino is a lot of fun downtown, definitely. If you're trying to, really have some fun and be in that kind of area with all the high skyscraper buildings and the fun.
So would you consider yourself more of a country person or more of a city person?
So I was born and raised in the city, man. I don't have a country bone in my body besides I rode a dirt bike like once in my life, but I love to ride dirt bikes. I mean, I don't know if that considers you country, but
No, well, the
no.
reason why I asked that because you said you live in Metro Detroit.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no, no, I appreciate the question. No, I'm definitely a city boy. That's what I was getting to. Is my dad always called me that. Like him and his family moved out to more of like a Fenton area and stuff, and he would always call me a city boy. And it's just funny to me that you had that question, but yeah, most definitely. I don't really
yeah,
necessarily have a country bone in my body. I,
mm.
I could think about
So no ham hocks and
it. Nah,
let me,
nah, man. But you know what? I'm down to adventure, and enjoy whatever type of culture and stuff like that. But I guess the only country thing that I could have done was like camping when I was younger, but it was suburban camping.
I guess because I'm a city boy too, and it's just something about being able to walk out your door, walk to the corner, and get a cheesesteak or
Yeah,
some fried rice.
go anywhere. Right,
You know,
exactly. That's
uh,
something that's hard. That would be hard for me to walk away from. Right.
yeah, because I don't want to have to get in my car just to go down the street to get a soda. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
that's just inconvenient. Now you got to do everything exactly. That's the one thing. That's a very good point. I like what you're saying, and that's something I've always thought about too. Is being able to go anywhere depending on like what you wanted to eat tonight, going to get a soda from down the street. Exactly. There's a gas station half a mile from my house.
yeah. So it's like it's so crazy because I just was when you said it, I just was thinking of it. Like when you think about a city person and a country person, not to go back to that, but just how when you think about it, like the country person would be like, wow, like all of this noise. But then the city person is like, I can walk five
We all got
steps,
our own
you know?
stuff, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we all got our own stuff to think about it. That's just how it is, right? Especially how we were raised kind of can incorporate in that. But it really depends on what we like to, what we're used to sometimes, right? It all depends.
Yeah. So walls won't fall.
That's right.
Um, we know you have a project that you just released not too long ago. It's doing pretty well on Spotify and everything.
Yeah, my latest release is Kings. I got like 6 singles right now. Kings is my latest release. Been working with you on the promotion, and I appreciate all that. And
Um,
it's doing okay.
the concept behind Kings and how are you calling it a EP, or are you calling it a mini EP, or what are you calling it from your
Oh, so
perspective?
so Kings is just a single, but me and my buddy Dirty, I might be doing like a what should I call it? A sequel. Like I might turn Kings into, since we're calling each other Kings, I might do a Kings 2, a Kings 3, or like different names of it. And it's not free game, giving free game out to artists, but like I'm gonna turn it into a Kings where when I rap with another artist, like some people do twin songs or stuff like that. I'm gonna be like, it'll be like my whoever I rap with, like it'll be we're kings, my boy Dirty, or if it's my boy Knight, or whoever, Sada Baby, we're kings. So it's gonna be like king, different sections of king, like Sada Kings, or like Night Kings, or like that's what I'm gonna do to it. It's gonna be that type of thing.
I don't know why I thought, but I thought that King was Kings was the first single off of a project named Kings, and then we had more songs. You had more songs coming to release for a bigger body of release. I
I'm
don't know why
really,
I thought
I'm
that.
really glad that that you're, what I mean. I mean, it's something that was big for you, and you were looking at it like that. But no, it's just a single, but it's definitely something that I'm looking to turn into a like an ongoing thing because I like the concept.
Yeah, because if you don't remember, I was coming at you like, well, there's a certain amount of releases you have before the big one drops. So I was thinking like, well, we'll have all these releases for this project. You know what I mean? But I guess I was thinking over here, and you're like, well, this is just a single,
Yeah,
which is crazy, But singles doing well. Um,
yeah.
we're almost at what? Almost at 10,000 streams. Are we over
I
10,000
I'd
streams?
have to check. I know we were at, yeah, we were at quadruple digits. I'd have to check, man. I hope it's at 10K. That is would be my highest streaming song so far. I got a few around that like 5, 6, 7K range, but that would be my highest stream one. Yeah, most
Okay.
definitely getting
So
some
so
traffic.
break down the concept behind that record and how that record came about.
So Kings is me and my buddy just going in the studio. Bam on the beat. Um, is a producer that's worked with like Sada Baby, Louis Ray, Rio the Young OG. I mean, I could go on a long list, but like lots of Flint artists, Detroit artists, and he's he's one of my go-to producers. So I copped a beat from him, and I went over my buddy's house, and excuse me, real quick. I went over my buddy's house and he has a studio. His name's Dirty B with two R's, and we just pretty much cooked up on the beat. We made a song, and he started with the chorus, like he started spitting, and he was like da 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 da, and I want you guys to go listen to this song, man. You guys are gonna like it, but. He began the chorus and then we went off of the chorus. We both wrote verses to it, and it turned out to be a pretty fun song. Hey, I'm with the gang. Come around your side of town, busting out the frames. And I ain't got shit to say. I'm just trying to rap, baby. I need to get paid. Some of you rappers in the way had to cut some people off. They too busy trying to hate. But man, go peep that, man. Dirty B.
Yeah,
Walls won't fall.
I just pulled it up on Spotify. You had 8,600 streams. That's
8600.
really good. I think this is
Yeah, most
your
definitely.
number one streaming record right now,
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
which is a wonderful thing. So this in your it looks like you're a verified artist on Spotify as well, which
Yep.
is a great thing for marketing yourself if you want to do like Spotify ads and stuff like that. They'll take you more seriously.
Absolutely. I'm glad you noticed that. Yeah, verified artist. All my platforms are all unison. It's all Walls Won't Fall. You can get it everywhere. The only thing that's off is the Walls Won't Fall on Twitter. So it's DA Walls Won't Fall. From way back, some girl already had Walls Won't Fall, but it's the only one that's not unison. I've been asking Elon to help me out, man, and get my thing back. But yeah, everything's unison, so it's verified. And I keep an eye on my Spotify for artists. I stay in my account, and I keep an eye on all my stuff. Make sure I'm active in it. So yeah, 8,600. That's nice, man. That's good to see. It's been the holidays, so I haven't really been paying attention to it, but I'm happy to see that.
Um, as far as the summer, because the summer's a big time for music, big time for releases. And I see you got the merch too. You
Yeah,
know, I see you got the
yeah.
merch.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the merch.
That's very important too. You're definitely going to have to give us the link where people can go and support that and
Absolutely,
get
yeah,
that.
man. Right now, I'm building the website. Just looking for a little help on that. I gotta do a little more research myself. Maybe I can just throw it together myself. But I do have the link tree solid, man. If anybody wants to go check all my latest music and my latest interviews, I'm gonna post this one there as well. Um, it's Walls Won't Fall. It's at the top of all my profiles, Instagram, Facebook. You can just go click that for now.
I'll
And
make sure I have it in the description at the
absolutely. You can just get a hold of me on any of my social medias or email me at wallswontfallofficial@gmail.com, and we can put something together and I'll get some merch your way. It's not streamlined yet, but I want to get it streamlined. I'm working on that.
Okay, okay. Summertime. Is there any plans of a release with maybe
Yeah,
a
so I'm
what about
I'm thinking about an album, man. I'm thinking about it, but I think I might just start with the EP because I've been doing a lot of singles, so I might just do a EP. But thinking like I got a few different ideas like They Tried or We All Eat. Those are a few different names. Like I want a good theme of something that drives me to be able to write multiple projects and go with it. But for now on, from right now I'm just releasing singles. I might throw together an EP, but I do have some collab stuff I want to do. My buddy, me and Wavy want to put together an EP. I released a track called Facts with him already. If you guys want to go check that out, I don't know if you've seen that yet, Kareem. But
no,
yeah,
you got to send
I
that
want
to
to
me.
do a collab EP with him, and I got tons of stuff in the works. I want to work with some bigger placement producers. Also, I want to do some more. But my boy Bam is working for me. That's a good homie. My boy Dirty B, two great producers, man. My two go tos. So they're working right now, but I want to do a little more, expand and grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So as far as offline shows and things of that nature, um, what is your plan of action with that? Are you looking
So
to just stay in a Detroit area? Or are you looking to hit city to city this summer?
so so really, this coming summer, I want to take it more of like a probably just a local Michigan thing. But if there is something that I can make happen when it comes to what I'm providing with these singles and these releases, and that we can put the right venues together with the right artists, I can do it. If it makes sense, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If I can make it happen, like the trip and the artists that I'm bringing and the offers and the venue and everything like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Obviously,
yeah,
but if it makes sense, but obviously I'm trying to go everywhere, right? But
yeah,
I think the plan would be more like within the few states and probably statewide shows of venues at the moment. But yeah, man, I've been doing a lot of performances. I slowed down when it got cold, but I would say I probably did like 15, 20 in the last few months.
that's a good number. You're keeping
Yeah,
yourself active. You know what I mean,
yeah, just
in the scene, and that's good.
doing it, perfecting my craft, getting in front of anybody I can, going to any venue I can, and kind of putting on a show, whether it's paid or not.
Yeah,
I
and
hate to say that. I don't want to downcrease myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being real with you. That's what I've been doing the last few months, and ever since I got cold, it's been like probably a month and a half since I've done a show. So
mm,
I'm kind of trying to line some bigger things up, get the funds together, and sit down and kind of make everything make more sense, monetize everything, get the
yeah,
business together. I got the LLC, I got my EIN, so I'm really just trying to monetize. I'm hooking my social medias up to my EIN and stuff like that, and make the business work. So I've kind of slowed down on the shows a little bit, but I've been trying to make money behind the rest of it. Make the shows paid and stuff like that.
yeah. And I see that you're connected and work with a lot of other artists as well. and it's like you when you look at your your Facebook posts, you promote a lot of people, like you promote me a lot, and I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Yep.
Um,
That's very
what are,
something I'm very strong at. Go ahead.
what are the pros and cons of being that type of person, and how do you feel about as far as the reciprocation on that?
Okay, so I like this. So if I had to get some free game out right now, okay, so my social media grind is I stay relevant. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to stay relevant. You just keep in touch with people that are doing the same things as you, whether it's sending a message, liking their picture, commenting, and maybe even sharing their posts if you like what they're doing. So if you like that person and their fam and it's love and you like their content, obviously you want to support them and stuff like that. And it's part of, like, I feel like this part of the culture, man. Like, we all got to do this shit together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, especially when it comes to us independent people, like coming from the bottom without all the shit that we have in front of us. Like, we're just stronger in numbers, man. It's easier to throw shows. We can put security together, and you know what I'm saying? All sorts of
yeah.
stuff.
I mean,
It's a lot better with a lot of people, man.
yeah,
And obviously, keep your circle small. I'm just saying you can't do it by yourself. I'm not saying a lot is in like just a ton, but make sure that you're not trying to do everything yourself. You need help. We all need a team. That's one thing I've been realizing too. But that's what helps with that social media grind is the reciprocation is definitely not always there, but you run into the real ones on the way.
yeah, yeah. I think that's the beautiful thing about understanding what you do and understanding time and understanding patience in itself. Because sometimes they may not be. It may not seem like they're not. It may not seem that they're showing reciprocation, but it might. But you don't also know what's going on with them. You know what I mean? So
Listen, people see you too. They scroll past. Not everybody likes your stuff, shares your stuff, and that's part of social media too. Is like they're watching, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna like, post, support, or any of that stuff, even interact. But they're watching too. So that's
yeah,
part of it all. Is if you're liking their content or sharing their content, sometimes I mean, if he's a hater, he's a hater. I'm not gonna mess with him. But supporting people's stuff will keep you relevant per se to them. So that's
yeah,
part of the game too. A little free social media game.
yeah. And plus, something may come up where you might be in mind, and they'll throw that look to you because of how much love you showed them. You know, and a lot of times people don't really think about that. They think about just now. They don't really think about the
Greedy, yeah,
yeah.
greedy, dude. That's
And
all it
then
is, man. They're just thinking too fast, and it, like you said, with the slow stuff, is like to reference somebody out of the blue, but Rick Rossi said it takes 10 years to build a brand. You got to be patient with that shit.
yeah, yeah,
You got
yeah,
to really be able to sit down and just take it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to go with the flow, grind.
so top three artists in the industry that you want to work with, and what do you feel they will bring to the type of song that you want to do with them?
That's a big question. Okay, so if it were in the entire industry, like the entire hip hop industry,
Yeah, hip hop, rap, R
okay,
and
you're
B.
hitting me real hard. Um, but I'm just gonna do something. I'm gonna do a local, like somebody I really want to work with is Sada Baby. Everybody knows that. I've been saying that all over social media. Um, I would say Sada Baby would bring just the crazy fun flow, the crazy fun flow. That's what he does, man. He makes everything fun. I would say J. Cole, he would bring me something that would be real. We would make sure that something was real out of it. Um, and I'm just gonna throw a curveball. Rex, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Damn, that's no good. My bad.
It happens all the
My
time.
camera dropped there. My bad, y'all. Rex Life Raj. I'm gonna Rex Life Raj because he's dope, man. He also does, like, he brings something real to the table. But those are just some randoms uh, that I just threw out there because there's too many to even keep going. But you asked for three, man. There's so many. So
Um, female hip hop right now. How are you liking it?
Oh, it's all over the place, man. It's all over the place. They're definitely doing their thing. They're taking over. They're going off the chains, bro. It's everywhere,
I
everywhere.
like
They're
the
they're
fact
taking over.
it's, I like the fact that it's more than just one now. You have a variety.
Right,
Um,
like you're not looking at Nicki Minaj, and you're not like thinking Nicki and Cardi are gonna be like beefing or whatever. Like now, it's more just they're everywhere. Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. There's a lot more. I like that.
and I feel like the bars are improved. I feel like
Right.
Nicki,
It's evolving, right? Yeah, it's
yeah,
evolving, just like all of it. Just like all of it does. Yeah,
yeah.
they're
So
evolving.
I feel like Nicki done a good job of keeping artists on their female artists on their toes to evolve to the point where it's at now. I think we owe a lot to Nicki. You
Yeah,
know,
Nicki's dope.
you know.
Nicki is super dope, man. Shout out to Nicki, definitely. Nicki Minaj. Yeah,
So
she's been doing this for a very long time.
yeah, yeah. She really, really has. She really, really has. Um,
Yeah,
last couple
I
questions.
support females to the edge. But yeah, go ahead.
Last couple questions I have for you. Um, what other business ventures do you have outside of music?
There's anything that can be something that makes sense for me that isn't going to like overwhelm me too much in a way where I don't feel like it moves me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna try to just work with, my what I can get for now with my brand, and just try to do like the slow grind, like you said. But if I had to jump in any other business ventures, it would just be probably like investing. Um,
Now, let me rephrase that question because I think you're answering it wrong. What
Go
other
ahead.
business ventures? What other ones do you have now? If you don't have any, you don't have any outside of music. What other business ventures did you have?
Oh, what other business ventures? Really just trying to build with the fashion and the merch. Obviously, is the one side thing that I've been trying to build. That's part of like what we had talked about. But shit, right now, man, I'm just a manager. I work at Arby's. Nothing
Um,
crazy.
as far as with the clothing line, um, how many? Because you obviously have product. You have product on right now. Do you have a couple of different shirts that you have, or how many? What's the collection looking like right now as a build up? Just
Oh, so I got a actually I think I got another one with me right now. I got a royal blue. I got the red, black. I had yellow. There's lots of people that like. Okay, so if I had to go with my socials, like my Instagram is a lot of business and me trying to promote. My Facebook's where you can get really deeper with me. And on my Facebook, like there's probably a lot of people. It was more friends and family that I had done my first merch drop. A lot of people got, but yeah, there's also pink hats. There was white hats, black hats, red hats. The pink hats went first, but yeah, I did a lot of giveaways on support and stuff like that. Like really just grinding in the trenches with the music, man. And that's why we're talking today is just grinding and meeting people.
yeah. The beautiful thing about your merch and you know how it's put together, how neatly it's put together. It's not something that everybody's seen before. You know,
Thank you. I
it stands
appreciate that.
out. So you can literally restock, and then add on maybe a different one or two different designs, and you'll be able to rock and roll for a very long time because the concept of your shirts is so unique. The
Yeah,
concept of
I
your hats.
put my last drop. I put this one is just the front square, right? This one, but the last drop I did was I have a little side arm patch like about this long and this thin. Just free
Yeah,
game for fashion. That designer, this is dope for sleeve stuff. And then like a more rectangular patch on the back instead of a square, and just a square on the front. And it was dope. That's what the royal blue is that I got.
yeah, yeah. So your fashion game is definitely on point, and the beautiful thing is it goes hand in hand with the music. Um,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I think we were having a conversation. I was telling you about people. I think I was telling you to do YouTube because people um, fall in love with the person now. It's not always like in the 80s, people cared more about the music because you had to have a mystique about you. But nowadays, people have so
Right, it
much
goes both
access.
ways now.
Well, nowadays people have so much access to you that they want to know who you are and who they're supporting. You
Right,
know, so that's why I tell every independent artist that I know, start up a YouTube channel, vlog your progress. And the reason why you're doing that is because a it allows you to do something every day towards your career. Number two, it gives you another revenue stream because you'll build a fan base that is just wants to see you. It's not
right,
at that point. It's not about the music, and you're not just a music artist. You know,
right.
you're a
Yeah.
fashion
Shout out
designer.
DDG from Pontiac, man. Pontiac here in Michigan, man. DDG, self-made.
Yeah. So, and I feel like every independent artist, if they was to use YouTube right and promoting themselves and what they got going on, them outside of the music, but maybe bring it back to the music. Like you said, DDG, it's a perfect. And you think about it,
Yeah,
YouTube.
he's doing YouTube. He's making more money off other stuff than he is rap, but like he still loves it, obviously. Like we all do. We all love hip hop,
I
man.
mean, you think about it, he could drop a record right now, and it could chart because he's built a following on
Yeah,
YouTube. You know,
everywhere.
that's
Everywhere. And
that's
that's part he can. That's what he even said in one of his videos. You can take from one to another,
yeah, yeah. But
one social media to another.
I think the thing is with YouTube is that it the way people like vlogging nowadays, it allows you to build a fan page with a cheat code because now only thing you got to do is just understand how to get traffic through YouTube, and they have so many different systems that can
Right.
do that. You know,
And then you can put the merch on top of it, and you're just going from
yeah,
there.
yeah, you're gone after that. You know, you're gone. So, definitely, is that something that you think that you'll be interested in adding to your repertoire, like more of a YouTube channel where people can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
more
Actually,
about you?
me and my buddy Wavy with two V's. We've been talking about doing like all that type of stuff. My buddy Dirty B does a podcast, so we do a little bit of that. I have actually a good amount of. I have like one interview with Randy Savagery. He has a podcast. Go check him out. I also have a bunch of podcasts with Dirty B and a bunch of other artists throughout those episodes. You guys can check those out on YouTube. Those are other people's, pages that podcasts I appeared on. But yeah, actually, me and my boy Wavy have been talking about doing more of that, like blogging, and helping each other out with like cameras and taking more videos. I need more visuals. I need to drop some more music videos. So we've been thinking about a lot more visuals, definitely blogging and stuff like that. And I want to do a podcast at home. I got my home studio. I'm moving it into the room by itself. So it's going
Okay.
to be perfectly professional. And we're going to be able to start the podcast at that point. And I got the studio ready. I already record music with it, but I just want to move it in that room so it's better.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And with that said, man, it was an honor having you here. It's always
Most
an honor
definitely,
speaking
Kareem.
with you. Our conversations are always productive, and you need people in your
Absolutely.
life like that that can bring productive, sound
Conversation.
conversations to the table. You know what I mean? Before I let you go, let the people know where they can connect with you at. Let the people know where they can find you at. Tell them about yourself so they can,
Most definitely, man.
get
Walls
that.
won't fall, man. I'm from Michigan. We coming hard, man. Shout out all the Michigan artists. Walls won't fall. WALLS WONTFALL. And you can get me on IG, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music, all major streaming platforms, as well as all major social media platforms. Man. Go check me out.
Perfect. And with that said, guys, this is another artist spotlight in the bag. Walls won't fall, the
Yes,
homie,
sir.
and we're gonna be watching you, man, because I know you
Man,
got something special to bring to the
I'm ready.
marketplace. One last thing before I let you go. This is really the last thing. When do you think the next release is coming, as far as single?
It's
Or do you
definitely
even
gonna
have
be.
an
It's
idea?
definitely gonna be January. No doubt
Okay,
about it.
January.
Yep, no
All right.
doubt.
Well, we'll be waiting. And with
Yes,
that
sir.
said, Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, turn on all notifications so when I drop a video, you can be notified. Uh, Walls, what's your name, link to his YouTube channel and all of his stuff will be in the description of this video, as y'all probably didn't see if y'all didn't check out the description. So, with that said, thank you. Have a blessed night and holla. If you can't, then don't bother.